right.
Yes.
We're back.
We're back. Can you see us?
It says
Are
we're
you guys
live,
still
but hopefully
there?
we're not live in private. We had a little technical difficulty.
Yes, we had a big technical difficulty. This stuff is so much harder than it looks.
Right. And we were trying to use the good computer, the Apple computer, but now we're going back to the Chromebooks. I think they're more adaptable to
Let's see, I'll send
Google.
a message and see what's going on.
See if you're able to see any of us.
If I can see it or send it or something. Oh, I send my hello. Anybody else there with us?
But you think we're publicly doing this, or is it
yes, I can see it in this.
Okay, then we've actually gone live.
Oh, we're starting to buffer again.
Really? Oh my God! I think the internet box is bad, or
look, that's what people are seeing. Yeah, I guess today is not the day.
We have to call. Today's a Verizon day, or whatever, or AT&T, or whatever the Spectrum. Maybe we can do a test on our box today and see if we can get that moving.
Oh, what a shame. Ay. All right, I'm starting to see us again, but
we're still frozen.
It's frozen.
Let it go. We're frozen. Let it go. No, now we're moving. I think we're moving. I saw my head turn.
Okay, I'm putting 2 fingers. Let's see.
How many fingers do you see now?
Yes, I'm seeing
this riveting broadcast.
All right. Anybody else? Is anybody else?
Is anybody out there?
Let's see if I can get some more people.
Well, I'm entertaining myself anyway, so maybe somebody else might be entertained by me entertaining myself on TV. That's right. That was a big deal to be on television when you were a kid. That was one of my goals in life. So I made it to YouTube. All right. Anyway, I know there are a few of you that were watching, but we were buffering for about 25 minutes, and I think we lost most of the people that were trying to view this stream. But maybe we'll get them back, and we'll get a few more in the process, and see how you're doing during the day there, at daylight hours. It might be because we are vampires and we like to be broadcasting at night, and somehow, the light of day is messing up with our Wi-Fi stream there. Who knows? But so far, so good. We're looked like for the last 2 minutes we've been on the air. So we were up last night doing a late night one because we watched that movie Dolomite, starring Eddie Murphy on Netflix. And the language and some of the content was kind of raw, but it was an interesting movie. I had never heard of this movie. It was based on a true story about somebody who used the art of self-promotion to get his his comedy and his music and his movies out to the public. And he really risked a lot. He used a lot of his own financing and his friends' financing. If his movie wasn't successful, he was going to owe these movie studios, a lot of free work for the rest of his life. He was almost going to be a slave, but it was interesting. You watch it and find out what happened. I don't want to tell you if he made it or he didn't make it, but it was all about tenacity and resilience and believing in yourself and the power of that. So that's what's so great about YouTube, is you don't really need anybody to hire you or green light you. You just, you could be your own producer, director, writer, filmmaker yourself. And maybe there's some like minds out there that enjoy what you're doing. And hopefully we get to entertain a few people. Oh, hi, Corliss. How are you doing? You can see me now. If I could see you now. If You Could See Me Now. I think that's an Alice Cooper song when he used to do that mellow music. Doesn't do too much of it anymore, but he had a phase in the 70s when he was releasing these really slow rock kind of mellow songs. Here comes
So what did I
DJ
miss? What did I
Selaney.
miss?
Well, you missed us actually going on the air, which is something we haven't been.
Oh, hello, Corliss Sosniak. How are you? How are you doing today?
Are you enjoying your winter break? Having fun? Just hanging out? I hope so.
Yes. Surely hope so.
This is a wonderful time of the year, isn't it? Just chilling out, enjoying the family and friends and taking it all in, trying to get inspired all over again, trying to get the feeling again. All right. Well, as we wait for this stream to warm up, I know, like, it's funny. It's sort of like taking a bath. Nobody wants to be the first one in, and then all of a sudden, you can't get them out. So this is great. I enjoy spending time with you. Oh, yes. Quality time. And then, speaking of quality time, here comes Janella Spice. Hey, Janella, how you doing? We really enjoyed your Instagram karaoke song. You did that Whitney Houston song. I think it was One Moment in Time. Thank you so much for
Hey, Janella
broadcasting
Spice,
that.
how are you? Good morning. Yeah, that was really cool. We really enjoy you putting it on for us and shouting out. That was so cool.
You were the life of the party. I mean,
yes.
That was, it was really great seeing you up there.
Great singer.
Singing and having a good time.
Lucky I'm still awake. It's 4:25 a.m. here.
Gosh.
Oh, wow.
You're a late night person. I bet you're a nocturnal like us, right? You like to stay up late. So we really appreciate you coming into the stream, even though it's kind of late there, or early maybe, but you haven't gone to sleep yet. So we appreciate you checking in with us. Did you do anything special for Christmas, or was that the big party that you were at, or?
Saying ha ha ha, got drunk and back home midnight.
Wow. I've got to go to some of the parties you go to.
Yes.
I mean, our parties are pretty tame.
I know. At 12 o'clock, everything dies over here.
Yeah.
It's very, nothing going on really. And Carlos Sosniak is saying hello to you, Janelle. That's cool. It's good that you guys know each other. Probably met in the other...
another stream.
Yeah. My madam texted me 10:30 p.m. and I was still out. She said they left to the airport.
Wow. So you basically you have an empty nest right now. Is that what you're saying? Like you don't have you can just kind of hang out and you've got some free time, hopefully some time off. Your madam is at the airport.
Yes. Where is she going?
Probably going on some holiday traveling.
Yeah, but I was just curious to know what country she's going to.
Or maybe she's going to travel somewhere inside the country, or probably going to go somewhere outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Japan.
She's going to come back January 2nd.
Awesome.
Oh, does it mean you have vacation then, or what?
It is time to party. That's what it means.
That means this party is going to continue for a while, huh?
Let's get it started again. Let's get it started in here. All right. It's going to be like that scene from Risky Business, I have a feeling. It is just like on January 2nd, it's time to get the house looking the way it did before and get all these revelers out of the house. And
yeah, that could be a big, huge party.
That's right.
Hopefully she doesn't watch.
But I don't want to. Don't watch that movie, Risky Business, if you haven't seen it already. It'll give you some maybe some not so appropriate ideas
that I might get home just knocked out and slept all night and day and woke up at 7 p.m. That's when it's fun, when you don't know if it's night or day and the days just keep turning. I
Oh,
love
okay.
that.
That's why you're still awake, because you're kind of turning day to night. You're sleeping during the day, sort of like rock and roll all night and party every day. Is
Yeah,
sort of
that
your
sounds like my
lifestyle.
kids when I go out of town and they stay with daddy. Suddenly, night becomes day and day becomes night. And I come home, there's all this aluminum foil on the windows. And it's like, what's going on over here in the bat cave? And
I thought I was a nocturnal, but my kids take it to the next level. Basically, um, I go to bed probably by 5 and then wake up at 9 in the morning, and then they're just going to bed at 9 in the morning. So they're taking it to a whole other level.
yeah, it's very, very crazy. Super nuts.
So what was this last party like? The one that you were out till midnight? It was it like friends from work or just friends from the neighborhood or?
I think she's answering the things on the top when we say she's gonna be partying a lot, and she said, "No, I'll just stay at home till Saturday
To do
to
general.
do some general cleaning." That's nice. At least they're gonna come back to a really spotless house. That's good. That's good that you're that committed to the job. Let's not give her any bad ideas.
No, we wouldn't think of being a bad influence.
Yeah, let's not do that, because that would be wrong to do. But what about during the day? You're not going anywhere? She's laughing about these things. Yes.
Yeah, well, probably she needs to sleep during the day. I would imagine with that schedule.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, yeah. Over here is 12:30
p.m.
now, and just woke up a little while ago, and trying to see what the day is gonna be like. I love this when you don't have any plans, and I'm on vacation. We're on vacation, so it's pretty cool. She's awake at night. Exactly. You got the idea, because you're nocturnal. You know how that works.
That's right.
I mean, it's so much better to be awake at night and sleeping during the day. When everybody's like rushing around and you're like relaxing, and then at night.
Someday they may need to make like 24-hour towns, like the nocturnal time. And
yeah, that's our idea, that they should make
down.
like a mall that is like, it goes from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and all the stores are going. That's the idea we have to create this. All the stores are going, all repairs and laundry,
schools. Yeah, everything.
Yeah, some kids might like to go
hospitals,
to night school.
Automotive, because, and then you wouldn't have so much traffic during the day. Everybody wouldn't be rushing to do everything from 9 to 5 a.m.
Yeah, because like a portion of the population would be going into this nightlife of having a whole same life, but at nighttime. So we'll divide the freeways. When some people are sleeping, some people are using the freeways, some people are going places. What do you think about this idea?
You could basically, if you're a nocturnal, you wouldn't have to force yourself to be awake all day. You could go with your natural flow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'd be even more productive, because you wouldn't be so tired all day trying to sleep at night when you really can't.
Right. Some people, they are more alert and doing more things at night.
Yeah, it goes with your internal clock. So it's just a thought, but I'm not sure if the world is ready for that yet. But I think if it keeps increasing in overpopulation, then they may need to go to that just out of necessity. But
that's right.
Maybe they'll get a really big light that looks like the sun, light up the whole different portions of the city. So you feel like it's like daytime, because I think a lot of people feel like, oh, it's dark, it's not safe, I can't be out. But if we were able to illuminate the city better,
mm-hmm.
then people wouldn't feel as weird about, being out in the early hours of night, or
I mean,
nighttime.
That would be really fun. and then you could have this, the nightlife. Because here in LA, 12 o'clock, things are closing. Restaurants here at 10 o'clock on a weekday, they close, right? You can only find fast food after
Right.
10 o'clock.
And if you want to do your hair, you got to make sure you're done by 5. How can you do all that and work from 9 to 5? I don't get it. Or you have to go to the doctor's appointment. The doctor's done making appointments by 4 o'clock. So then you got to take off time off of work. Your boss doesn't like it. And, it's all this conflict. But if you could have a regular doctor's appointment, at 11 o'clock at night, if you needed it or whatever, then you wouldn't have to miss work.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun? It would be a lot less stress, because sometimes you have to miss work to go do things. And maybe if you have a young child, that child could go to school or daycare at nighttime, and then they don't keep you up the whole night.
Yeah. We had nocturnal kids, and we wanted to play at night, when we had to get up at 5 a.m. to go to work. So,
and the cats would be happy because there would be all this movement going on. And I don't know if they would be happy, because that would be too much for them to nocturnal kids. She's laughing at that. Yes, we do have nocturnal kids, and we still do, because my son's still sleeping. And why? Because he stayed up the whole night. But he wants to do this during school days, and then he gets really tired in the morning, and then it's very hard to get him up. But imagine if school was at night, then he would already be ready for it.
Right. And a lot of these kids are sleep deprived. That's why they're not doing as well in school. They're distracted, and they don't do
there's
as well.
Talk here about changing the schedule. Did you hear that? That we should start school later.
An hour later or something.
Hour later.
So the kids will just stay up an hour later at night.
Right now we started at 7:50. So they want to change it and start at 8:50, because then the kids would have more sleep. But little that they know, then they're going to go to bed later.
They're going to go to bed an hour later.
They're still going to be tired.
Right.
So,
they got to just do the night school idea. Otherwise, they're not going to.
And if you're watching this stream later, because some people watch this later, put it on the comments. What do you think about the nightlife city?
Yeah. What do you think of that 24-hour city? It's like the 24-hour kind of town,
Maybe it doesn't have to go from 8 to 8. It could be from 10 to 8. That could be enough already. Because, by 8 or 10 to 6. Because by 6, the regular cities start waking up already. And you would have the 10 to 6.
Then you wouldn't have an overlap of traffic, when people coming and going from work or going from school.
Right.
I think they're going to have to do that.
And other people would be going.
Especially in the big cities. I think they're going to have to, if they keep increasing. Because like in LA, we have a lot of construction going on. They used to have a moratorium. They didn't want it to get too overpopulated. So they made it really hard for people to build these high-rise, offices and residential homes. But now they're just like, they voted on it, and people are every day you turn around, there's another high-rise coming in. So the traffic is multiplying, and there's a lot more people who actually could live in LA. So I think it's going to become a necessity if we keep growing at that rate. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, because LA is not built for these big buildings and stuff. The streets are pretty narrow, and there's very little parking as is. So now they're knocking down houses and making apartments on that.
High-rise apartments, yeah.
So I have no idea how they will account for parking. Hopefully they're going to do underground parking on all these stretches.
But it impacts the traffic. Even if it's underground parking, these people come out of the parking lot and they block this traffic to get out and in and all that. So you got to slow down on the traffic and more cars on the street. So it definitely impacts. Or these big office buildings that are going up as well, cause a lot more traffic. And then your boss is like, come on, you got to be on time. How can anybody be on time in LA? Really? It's impossible, with the transportation system. And I'm sure it's like that in a lot of big cities. A lot of people are just giving up their cars, and
that's
can't get
one
parking.
Thing that when this Uber came about, at least in Brazil, because in Brazil, first of all, cars are more expensive than in the US. And São Paulo is a huge city, very difficult to park. So the parking lots are very expensive. So people would use a lot of the buses. This public transportation was really big in Brazil. But now what's going on is with Uber, people are finding out that it's cheaper than you getting, like 2-3 buses to go to work, and it's a lot more convenient. They have the Uber that you can get people on the way, like the share ride. So, and I'm talking a lot about Uber now. I'm not making a commercial for it, but people are giving up their cars because car, you have gas, insurance, maintenance, upkeep. Some people could rob your car, which happens quite often in Brazil. And in Brazil, and one thing they have that we don't have here, talking about a lot of traffic, they have days when your car can go. So if your license ends in an odd number, there are times or days of the week when you are not allowed to circulate with your car, and they call it rodízio. That means it's kind of changing. So it's very weird because sometimes I'm talking to my friends like, hey, let's go there. And said, oh, I can't go today because it's my day of rodízio. It's my day. I cannot use my car from this time to this time. So if we are somewhere, we have to wait for this to end so they can continue driving, or they cannot go at all.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And if you use your car, it's amazingly enough, you get a ticket. They have police officers everywhere to mark this car, especially on the freeways. So
either that or you have to own a lot of cars.
Yes.
So that who can afford parking spaces for these cars and insurance?
That's true.
So you can drive it like rich people just get around it by owning more than one car.
I mean, rich people get around everything.
Exactly.
I mean, let's put it that way. But there is this thing that that is very hard to understand. But people, they understand that they have to stop using their cars, or they have to carpool a little bit on the days
or
they
buy
have
more cars.
Anyway, so then getting back to Ubers, then you use the Ubers because the Ubers probably also have this, but you have so many Ubers in there that you get the one that's not having their rodízio day, and you use it. So I mean, there's so many things that are coming up that you don't
if we keep going at this rate of overpopulation, they're going to, imagine the next 50 to 100 years, life is going to change drastically in these big cities. Mm-hmm. They have to. Otherwise, it's just going to come to a grinding halt with the traffic.
Uh-huh.
So enough talk about traffic. It's vacation time. Luckily, yesterday there wasn't much traffic because it was Christmas. I remember some of the Christmases past. In LA, sometimes we have really nice sunny days on Christmas Day. Yesterday it kind of rained part of the day. It was partly sunny, but there's been days that it's felt like springtime or summer. And I remember just taking the bike out, hardly any traffic, just driving to the beach and coming back. It's just a pleasure to drive in LA and on Christmas or holidays because you just don't have that much
it's like
traffic.
A ghost town because everybody left town.
Everybody went somewhere else.
The tourists are in Universal Studios.
Yeah, Disneyland. You don't want to go to Disneyland on Christmas.
The tourists are on the touristic attraction. So the regular city is just amazing and fun. Yeah. So Janelle said that Philippines have plate number coding.
Wow.
What does that mean? Like
they code, they know which, if it's odd or even day, is that what it is?
But do they do that too in the Philippines?
Probably.
Permitting people to ride their cars on certain days or certain times. And Carlos Sosniak said that is very interesting, all the things that you're saying. Yeah, things that you don't think about it often.
Well, I know that Corliss has a long commute. She drives into work. She has to leave so early in the morning because if she leaves at a normal time, like whatever, 6:30 or 7, there'll be so much traffic she can't even get to work on time. So she has to leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning or something. And then she waits at work for an hour or two for everybody to get there. Because if not, she would just not make it. So that's.
Yes. And Janelle was saying that the Philippines does have the odd and even numbers on the plates, the digits. Odd and even. See, here in the U.S., people make their own plates, so they can say different things.
Oh, they can put like Snoopy on their
you put the Snoopy and you put numbers, or you can say things. And there are some really interesting plates. I was photographing some, and I might do a video about this because I think it's interesting for people in Brazil to see all the way that people, put their messages on their plates, like things like, good daddy, or what are some interesting ones we've seen lately?
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Who's your daddy? I don't know. There's all these crazy.
Yeah, customize, exactly. So how would they, really say who can go and who cannot? Like, oh, if your plate ends on A, C, B, or D, you'll go on this day or whatever. So it will be more complicated to track if they decide to do this kind of system where you have to rotate your cars. But the customization is very good. One time I wanted to buy DJ Jerry a plate that said, for Father's Day, that said Great Dad. So it was going to be like GR8 and then DAD, but it was all taken.
I had to be Great Dad 694 if I wanted that. But I don't know.
There were not enough room for all those numbers. But it's very interesting. And I love when I see these personalized plates. And I've been photographing them lately just because, like I said, one time I would like to do a video and talk about them, because in Brazil, there's no such a thing. It's just numbers and that's it.
You didn't live here back when we had the oil crisis. I don't know how they had an oil crisis 40 years ago, and now they have enough oil, but whatever. They had this terrible oil shortage, and I think what they did is that you can only get gas on odd or even days.
Oh.
Based on also your license plate. I don't know what they did with the customized license plates, but you would have to, and people would wait in these long lines to get into I don't know, all of a sudden everybody needed gas every single day, and even with the odd and even, you'd have to wait in these massive lines. You could run out of gas just waiting in line to get gas, It was crazy
horrible.
Running your engine, the whole time, because you had to keep moving forward. So they used to have the odd and even days, but that's all we had so far in LA was odd and even days when you could actually buy gas. So if not, you were out of luck. So what happens if you came in, you needed to fill up like a 1 gallon tank? Sorry, we can't sell it to you because you don't have a license plate. Sorry. I don't know. It was really strict. So
yeah, that's crazy.
If you ran out of gas, you had to wait a whole day to fill it up again. Or have another car, I guess. But
yeah, having another car always helps on every situation. And what else is going on? How about New Year's? How's New Year's in the Philippines? Any plans? Is it fun? Over here, there's a lot of parties, and it's pretty cold. I guess it's cold in the Philippines right now too, right?
Because they're kind of off of the South Pacific, so
yeah,
it might. Then again, Hawaii is off the. Is Hawaii off the Pacific also? But it's not so cold there. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, true. It's true.
So
yeah, so we're looking forward to going to a party.
Yeah, our friends are throwing. They're I call them the king and queen of New Year's Eve because they know how to throw these theme parties every year, and they have a little what do they call a Florida room? Indoor outdoor room that they kind of heat it up because it's kind of cold, so they put the heater on and they have dancing. They're looking for a DJ. I don't know. I should throw my hat into the ring or not, but I'm always out here to help. And they have all this cool party. They got the lights going. They got the food. They got they bring this whole big thing of balloons. So at midnight, it's sort of like a mini Dick Clark, New York Times Square, and they instead of dropping the ball, they drop all these balloons, and then they put like money in some of the balloons. So if you pop the balloons, you might find a $1 bill, a $10 bill, a $50 bill. I think the highest is either $50 or $100 in some of these balloons. And usually a little kid gets it. There's always like a little 3-year-old girl who wins the $100, and that's cool. I'm sure she'll buy a lot of nice Barbie dolls or something with the money. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah, they have they just go till about 2 or 3 in the morning, and then eventually the hosts they're so hospitable, they don't want to ask anybody to leave, so they just crash out on the couch, and people just keep staying, and and they're just but they're so sweet, they never ask anybody to leave. I think literally people stay till 3 or 4 in the morning until they kind of get the idea. Once the host falls asleep, you should kind of move on. But a lot of people Uber because they don't want to risk getting in trouble for having over the legal limit of alcohol. So a lot of them will Uber there. That's the responsible thing to do if you're going to drink. Not just get a designated driver and drive safely out there. You're there to have a good time, not mess up your life or somebody else's life. But enough of the series. That was my public service announcement for today. Be responsible. Drink responsibly. Okay. It's okay to drink something without alcohol in it. It still tastes good, But that's just my.
So Janelle is asking Carlos if she has a channel, and she said that no, I just like watching other people work.
She likes to watch.
She likes to see it. She doesn't have patience to go through all this, which is a lot. And then Janelle's asking DJ Selene what Christmas costume she got on that shopping spree. And DJ Selene is saying that didn't buy any. She just wanted to show them. And when she came back, they were all gone because she had to leave that day.
I know, we had to rush out of there, and I felt bad because she says, "Oh, I'll come back. I'm sure they'll be there." But they did a big 40% off sale. And literally everything except that frumpy red dress was left. The flannel. I don't think she wanted to dress in flannel in public. So that was it. She just, next year we're going to get there early. And
yes. I mean, you should see the ones for men. That was so funny, right? They were a jacket.
They had a
green jacket with the little bulbs, Christmas bulbs, and you would turn a button and it would light up the whole jacket. And I wanted to also go back there and have DJ Jerry try all these man outfits and all the ugly sweaters, because I don't know if other places have this custom of wearing a very ugly sweater for Christmas. And
very tacky,
tacky became
like a
big thing.
Reindeer with his nose lit up, and kind of protruding out at you. And I just see, I don't know. I was always told to kind of dress your best. Like, why do you need something that makes you look worse?
See, what happened is it started as people wearing sweaters, and people think, "Oh, wow, that's a really ugly sweater." But then it became very trendy to wear something that was ugly, and that's what I was showing, the little flamingo one, because that one, it would win any contest in my school. This year we didn't do it, but last year there was a contest about who's wearing the ugliest sweater, and I was saying that one would probably be a good contender to win the ugly sweater, because it was just all this the sequence on the sleeves. It was really something out, and they had a lot of other ones that I wanted to film, but like I said, I had to leave and didn't have time, and by the time I came back, it was all gone. But they had it for men, and that was really cool. All right, somebody else is coming in. Sir Lady Ribeiro. Hola.
Hola, how you doing? We're going to give you a shout out.
English?
Sue Lady
Ribeiro. Habla inglés o nomás español? Let's see. Does she speak English? I don't know. We'll see. But welcome, sis. Bienvenida.
What were you just talking about before? What was the last thing you said?
I think she's...
No, before you
Hola.
did the shout out.
Hola. I was talking about the
sweaters. Yeah, like, because it was a nerd thing. That's what I was going to say. Like, to wear these nerdy people would wear these really tacky Christmas sweaters, and they thought they look cool. Hey, I look cool. Like, I got a big reindeer nose. And then it became. You're right. That became like the big.
Brasil.
To look like a nerd, I think that's what it was.
Você fala português, então? Vamos hablar em português ou em espanhol? Because me gustaría traducir lo que dice el DJ Jerry, because I want to translate what he's saying so you can kind of be part of it.
So you told her that that's what it was, like what you were saying, that these nerdy people, look at these cool sweaters, yeah, and then it was like, that's a ghastly sweater. But then it became, like you said, trendy to look like a nerd. I think that's what it is. It's like this nerdish thing became cool after a while.
Okay.
Sort of like horn rim glasses, like that became a cool thing,
Okay, she speaks Portuguese, so I'm gonna just translate what we're saying at this part. Estamos falando aqui, Sir Lady Ribeiro, de malha de Natal. Aqui tá uma mania de usar malha muito feia, com uns desenhos muito feio, e antes era uma coisa, ele tá usando uma malha feia, mas agora virou de uma coisa corriqueira, uma coisa muito legal, usar essas malhas horríveis, com desenhos muito grandes e coisas assim, e eu filmei num vídeo que eu fiz no Target, filmando alguma dessas roupas meio estranhas. Então era isso que a gente está falando, que agora virou moda aqui.
So Janelle is saying the outfit I wore from my last video was DIY. I'm not sure what that stands for, but
do it yourself.
Oh, you made it yourself, and it was an Olaf outfit. That Olaf is from Frozen, I believe.
Frozen. Yes, Sir Lady Ribeiro, a gente conheceu na live do José.
Let it go, let it go, oh, let it go, yeah.
E a Janelle Spice, que está aqui, falou que ela fez uma fantasia do Olaf. Depois visita lá.
Janelle's costume spiced up that party, and she dressed up like Olaf. If you go to her channel, I know there's a lot of people like watching, they're kind of shy. But
yes.
If you want to see a really, I love her facial expressions too. It's not always what she says, but it's the facial expressions that always get me to crack up.
Yes, I want to go see it. I want to go see it later, because I saw on Instagram you had the picture of you wearing with your friends. And
how did you get that idea? Did you sew it, or how did you get that costume? Of all the costumes, I guess because Frozen 2 came out.
Yeah.
So it was relevant this year.
Yeah, Janelle fez uma fantasia
Janelle
do
is
Olaf.
Shouting out Sule Lady.
E eu vi no Instagram dela a fantasia, e aí ela tá mostrando como ela fez essa fantasia do Olaf.
Oh, you're making the videos.
Oh, you haven't made the video yet?
We ramped our Christmas outfits.
Oh, cool.
What does it mean to ramp? Like you made them up?
Did you make them up? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we're not as hip with all the lingo. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You're just too cool for us, Janelle. But she ramped up I guess she means she ramped it up, like she spiced it up, or took it to another level. That's what I'm thinking.
And Sir Lady Ribeiro, qual trabalho você está fazendo agora? Tem algum assim especial que você está trabalhando nele, num vídeo especial? Conta pra gente.
It's a contest for Christmas outfits. I hope you won. You should win, because you're awesome. I love your costume ideas.
Então a Janelle Spice, eles fazem um concurso de fantasia para o Natal. Cada um faz sua fantasia e ela vai fazer um vídeo sobre isso. Depois olha lá.
You were 5 contestants.
Yeah, what were the other costumes? Tinha 5 pessoas participando desse concurso, e eu tô perguntando quais eram as outras fantasias. What were the other costumes that you made? And Janelle, I hope you don't mind, but I'm translating to Sir Lady. I met her today on a...
Oh, wow.
I don't know why, she's my new friend. Okay, so Sir Lady saying that she went there at your... She's checking you out.
You will be pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
Believe me, it's a really cool channel. A lot of funny stuff and singing, and you get to see her town, Hong Kong, right? I think she lives in Hong Kong. I'm pretty sure. And you get to see that's the cool thing about it. I get to see all these places I never get to travel to. But since we are the group who organized the party, we gave away for the guest. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can't win if you're running the party. That's great. You're an organizer. Hi, John. How you doing? I was watching your videos today. Chag Sameach, which means happy holiday. I'm sorry our last stream went down. I know you were trying to contact us earlier, but thank you for standing by and bearing with us. I don't know what happened. We just lost. I think that other stream is still streaming in private right now. We couldn't even stop it. But thank you for coming back. And John, what are you doing to celebrate? I think John's back east in like somewhere in New York area, because it seems like the time change.
Hi, Gishala, John. How are you?
I think John is his first name, but I'm not sure. Is it? I don't know. I might be mixing it up. I thought it was last name first.
Yes, and Corley Sosniak is also checking some people out, which is great.
You're hanging out with Zadie. I gotta go hang out with Zadie too. He's all alone on Hanukkah. I gotta go visit him.
Zadie is a grandfather.
That's right.
Esse Gisha John tá falando que ele tá com o avôzinho dele. Zadie é avô.
How old is your Zadie, if you don't mind me asking?
Vamos falar quando quer fazer amizade. Okay, so Surlady wants to know how should she talk when she wants to be friends with everybody, and hopefully everybody will be her friend too. Is there a way that they talk here when people want to be friends? I guess they just be friends, right?
Yeah, you go check out, when you can, you check out because most of these people are filmmakers. Like Gishala John he has some really interesting videos. He talks a lot about religion, and I really enjoy his videos.
Mas eu acho que é só ir lá, colocar recadinho e esperar. Right? You just go there,
100 years old. My dad is 100, and we call him Zadie, and it's amazing. Kenahura, as I was saying, all good things. May he live to 130, because used to say till 120, but with inflation, now you got to live to 130. That's awesome, and maybe happy and healthy. That's wonderful that you take care of him. That's a big mitzvah. That's a very good thing that you're doing. Because they really, I think it gives older people life when the family is involved with them and visits them and takes care. That's their biggest joy in life, is family, and that's wonderful.
And Janelle said that she's gonna check Surlady first. Be right back. Sure. Make sure you come back.
Yeah. I'm glad you like the music, John. That's cool, because I started out friending you on. I started friending John when I was at Hollywood Rabbi, and then I guess we came on as Starlight Music, and I'm glad you like the music. Also, John had several friends that were Filipino.
Oh, neat.
And I started becoming friends of his friends. And then look at me now. I got like so many cool people that are from the Philippines, or moved to China. And John, I thought, was really cool, because he was like branching out, even though he has a channel about Judaism. I like the fact that a lot of his followers are people from different countries, different religious backgrounds. I thought that was really, really cool. So, I just started like becoming friends. We all became friends with each other's friends, and now we have like international friends.
That's what I love about this, is like this being able to connect with people from all over the world. Tá falando, o DJ Jerry tá falando aqui que conectou com o Gishala John, e ele tem muitos amigos de muitas partes, e que é bom conectar com as pessoas de outros lugares, né? E obrigada, Suelen Ribeiro, por deixar o positivo.
Now, I try to be, John will get this, I try to be positive, because I'm Hollywood Rabbi, I keep kosher, and I want to be positive but sometimes people will do like a cooking channel of pork, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if Hollywood Rabbi can like this or not. Do you ever get that? So maybe there's another video that I can endorse, but most of them are really cool. I'm really glad I got to, and I'm glad you liked the thing about living to 130. Well, maybe 140 now. The inflation rate is out of control, so we'll just.
That's right.
And someday, you never know. Science will figure out a way we can, live past 130, 140. I'm convinced of it. There's possibilities, for all that. Even though the food is so unhealthy and the air is unhealthy, we're living longer. I don't know. Go figure. I guess because of medical advancements too.
Yeah, and Sir Lady Ribeiro left her thumbs up. It seems like it's important, this thumbs up on the live streams. So people always asking for it. At least when I go to Brazilian channels, they're always asking for thumbs up. So,
well, have a freilich, a happy Hanukkah. John, I think, has to leave us, and thank you for visiting and for being patient and coming back. Many, many more happy holidays. Tonight is we begin our 5th night of Hanukkah, and I wish you all the best. I know you have to get back to your Zaidi. Give him a big hug for me. Wish him a happy Hanukkah, Chag Sameach. Thank you so much for coming. I'm glad we finally got to connect on our streams, and I look forward to seeing some of your streams too. Going back, and I'm learning a lot from your channel on Judaica. It's awesome that people from all different cultures can find out the similarities we all have and learn from each other and learn to appreciate each other more. That's amazing blessing that we have living in this time period. All right, well, take care. I don't want to keep you. I know you got to go, but Janella is still here, and she's saying she watched Sulady, am I pronouncing it right? Surlady, her video, and I think she read a passage from scripture and sang a gospel song.
Ela falou que foi lá no seu cantinho, Surlady, falou que você leu uma passagem da Bíblia e cantou uma canção.
Well, many blessings to you for a new year and filled with health, happiness, and prosperity for all of you. And thank you for for passing on the spirituality, because a lot of people tell me I don't have time to go to to a religious ceremony. I'm busy all the time, so it's really cool when people share spiritual ideas on YouTube, and inspire each other.
Yes, and then Sir Lady Ribeiro said, "Thanks." Oh, cool. Yeah.
Is Sir Lady's content mostly about religious scripture, or is that just like one for the holidays?
DJ J está perguntando, Sir Lady Ribeiro, se o teu conteúdo é mais coisas religiosas, se a maioria das coisas são religiosas. Eu te conheci hoje, então não deu tempo de ver tudo. I just met her today, so I hadn't had time to go check all the.
Yeah, we'll be an expert on your videos.
So we'll have to go back. Tem que voltar lá para ver com calma, mas hoje já. So I'm not sure. I have to go back there and look very carefully, because it just it's my very new friend. She said that her content is everything, a little bit of everything.
All right, I like that idea. People always tell us we have to focus on one thing, but I'm the same way. I'm all over the place. We used to do unboxing. I still want to go back to that, but my friend keeps telling me, stop that, stay on music.
Yeah, DJ J is more with music. DJ J fala mais de música. I'm all over the place too, because I speak Portuguese, I speak English, I don't even know. Eu também, o meu canal é de um pouco de tudo. Eu falo inglês, falo português, eu ainda não estou conseguindo chegar num foco, mas estamos indo. I haven't found a focus on my.
Maybe we could be talk show hosts. You never know, The Jerry and Selene show.
Dun, 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 da, da, da. Welcome to the show.
I was saying, like, most of the husband and wife comedy teams, like, when you watch Married with Children or Gracie Allen and George Burns and all that. They're always like fighting and putting. We're always trying to support each other, which I think is refreshingly different for couples, right? That's a cool twist on it. Nobody ever does that, right? They always say, or like Sonny and Cher, they fought the whole time, or Donnie and Marie, they weren't married, but we always thought maybe they were. They were brother and sister, but they would always tease each other. It was like, it was always like put down.
We're here trying to support each other. And here's David Martinez. Hello there. Hello, David Martinez. How are you today?
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, David. How is it going? What are you doing to celebrate the holidays? Any ugly holiday sweaters?
David Martinez does not have content yet. I guess he's just likes.
He actually likes to watch our pro. I'm really happy. A lot of people have content, and we got people who don't have content. But they always like to have friends anyway. I notice, like even if they don't have content. There's one friend I have. She has like 746 friends and not one video up. I'm like, oh my God, how does she do that? She just likes friends, It's like,
that's nice. Somebody that supports other people. Tem gente que né, ele tá falando de uma pessoa que tem um monte de amigos e não faz vídeos, mas as pessoas ajudam umas às outras, gostam de assistir, e às vezes não.
She has more friends than we do put together. And she doesn't put out one video, so I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't spoil it. We should stop putting out videos and just get friends. Forget this thing.
Ele tá achando que a gente deve deixar de pôr as coisas para yeah, maybe that's what's preventing some.
That's preventing our friendship. No, I'm just kidding. The proliferation of it. We still have friends.
I mean, how could I hold you back from talking and showing your creativity? That would be impossible.
Yeah, I'm just boiling up with ideas,
I know every day it's another idea. It's like, oh, what's today? What's next day? It's like,
and then we just keep doing live streams and talking about our ideas. We don't actually have to do them anymore. We're just gonna talk about them.
Oh, David Martinez said queria aprender a contar piada em inglês. He would like to learn how to tell jokes in English.
That's right. You got to get that rim shot going when, during the punchline. What kind of jokes do you like to tell?
Que tipo de piada você gosta de contar? Ele quer saber. Eu também não consigo contar piada nem em português nem em inglês. I can't tell a joke in Portuguese or English.
You could be really funny. You've cracked me up at different times.
Piadas bobas como se chama um milkshake de queijo com goiabada. So how do you call the milkshake with cheese and goiabada? Remember goiabada I gave you? It's like I
love that stuff. It's like guava jam or something.
Guava jam. So you call it milkshake spear.
Oh, I like that. Milkshake spear. Oh, it's night. Uh-oh. Let the night fall. Let it fall on me.
But wait a second. No Brasil são 6:11 agora, não? It's 6:11 in Brazil right now. Romeo and Juliet. Oh, that's why. Because when you put the guava jam with cheese, we call it Romeo and Juliet, and that's why the milkshake is Milk Shakespeare.
Okay,
because
so I needed some
Romeo
content.
And Juliet is the name when you combine this little guava jam with cheese. This guava thing is just something in Brazil. Essa goiabada, Davi, só tem no Brasil. Aqui não tem. Aqui nos Estados Unidos não tem essa goiabada.
See, now it's even funnier that I get it.
Então, só eu trouxe para o DJ Jerry do Brasil a goiabada e ele experimentou recentemente, que a gente achou no armário a goiabadazinha e ele adorou. Então, não é uma coisa que tem aqui nos Estados Unidos. Então, eles não iam entender. Esse que é o problema das piadas. Você tem que conhecer muito, né, a coisa para entender. Mas agora que você explicou, ele gostou. Também gostei, que eu também entendi melhor. I understood better once he explained the joke to us about the Shakespeare, the Romeo and Juliet thing, about the guava thing and the cheese.
Yeah, some jokes, you get lost in the translation because you have to have the context of understanding the cultural significance of it and the play on words and all that. But speaking of comedy, Um, Janella Spice
Ela é
is the
péssima.
queen of comedy. And if you want to see a really funny channel, go to Janella Spice's channel immediately and laugh. Or go later. You can go later.
Janelle Spice, she was here a little while ago. She might still be here. I don't know. But yeah. And you guys know, all be friends, go there, put a little letter or make a comment, watch the thing, make a little comment. And then sometimes you have to wait because if you go and the person comes at the same time, it cancels each other out.
It's weird.
Então,
and they don't allow you to be friends or something if you all do it at the same
entendeu?
time.
Vai lá com calma, põe uma cartinha no, né? Escreve uma mensagem lá, depois volta, tá com paciência.
Janella's still here. She hasn't fallen asleep yet. It's so late for her. I bet it's about 5 a.m. over in Hong Kong. And I'm so happy that she joined us. It's the opposite. It's usually our nighttime and it's her daytime, but now we've switched.
A Janelle tá falando de Hong Kong, então geralmente é o oposto, é noite para ela e dia pra gente, como é agora, mas geralmente ela tá de dia, a gente tá de noite aqui na madrugada assistindo ela.
David, she's giving you a shout out.
Yes, let's make international friends.
That's right.
Ooh, I like the comeback. Yeah, sometimes if you go right away into this, sometimes it cancels each other out.
You got to get a notebook and start writing down. Get a black book, and write down their names and phone numbers and things.
Yeah, às vezes se vai na mesma hora, cancela tudo. Então tem que deixar, aí depois ir com calma e ver.
That's right.
Janela equals window. Show hide.
What is that?
Janela em português
is window.
Window. It's interesting. When he wrote that, there was something there for us that we could choose if we were going to show the comment or not. Quando você mostrou isso, Davi, janela igual a window, e realmente passou uma coisinha aqui pra gente apertar se a gente queria mostrar o comentário ou não, porque às vezes tem gente que põe coisa bem feia, né? Tem gente que põe... Enfim, mas que bom que eles estão pondo isso aqui. E este comentário, this comment is okay because the word janela in Portuguese means window.
Right. And the eyes are the window to the soul.
Oh, his message is held for review.
I guess they thought maybe you're making fun of her or something.
Yes,
maybe
he's not making fun. He's just making a comment that's the same word for one thing and another. Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully the jury is in. He means well.
A mensagem tá sendo, o patrão tá olhando tua mensagem para ver, porque às vezes não sabe se você tá tirando sarro, né? Se tá, mas não.
Yeah, we were watching the community standards and guidelines video. They're so strict. They used to put people out for like 90 days if you violated the community standards. Now they only like lock you up for a week.
Agora tem muitas regras, né? A gente estava lendo as regras antes eles tinham a pessoa.
You always get a chance to appeal also if something happens, but if it goes against the guidelines, you can appeal, but better not to. That's what we say, and it's just.
Melhor, né? Tá sempre com cuidado nas coisas. What else is going on?
They have the Tournament of Roses parade. We always think about going to it, but it's so cold, like on New Year's Day here in Pasadena. And it's I went one year with my older son to see the floats after it was over. It was really interesting. I don't know if you get the Rose Parade.
I'd like to go. There. Maybe we can go this year. See
the
floats
they have
later.
it for a day or two after. Also, you can go, and it's like they're all parked out there, and it's actually pretty cool because you don't have to like be out in the cold, and you don't have to be waiting. You get to see everything anyway. So.
DJ Jerry tá falando do Rose Parade. Aqui tem do primeiro dia do ano, eles têm, parece uns carros alegóricos, todos feitos com flores. Não sei se vocês estão familiarizados no Brasil. E aí depois no depois que passa o desfile, você pode ir lá visitar os carros alegóricos. Durante o desfile tem um monte de gente, é muito frio, né? Porque aqui é inverno agora, tá frio.
People sleep in line like overnight. They
As
sleep
pessoas
out
dormem
in the,
na fila para poder entrar nesse.
so they can get a
ver
good
essas-
spot on the street in Pasadena and see the
Parece uns
floats
carros
going by.
alegóricos. It looks like carnival, the big samba school, floats, but it's all made out of flowers. Parece uns carros alegóricos de carnaval, mas é tudo feito com flores. É bárbaro, é lindo, passa na televisão aqui. And yes, Janelle is getting so strict. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rose Parade, yes, the Rose Parade. Passa aí no Brasil, a Rose Parade, Davi?
Do they show it on TV in other countries, or is it?
I don't remember seeing it in Brazil.
Maybe they
Eu
show
não
it on
lembro
the
de ter
maybe on
visto
the
no
news
Brasil,
or
mas-
something. They might show a little bit of
Mas
it.
faz tempo que eu não moro no Brasil, né? Então não sei.
Ugh.
Ah, não passa. Não passa. It doesn't show in Brazil.
No. Do you see it on the news at all, or I guess you have to Google it if you can watch it on YouTube. probably.
Infelizmente não passa. DJ Jerry tá falando que se você vê nas notícias, mas acho que na notícia também não passa. Tem que fazer um Google, né? No YouTube, talvez.
There was always a part of New Year's for us, like you'd have the New Year's party, and then in the morning you sit and watch the parade, and then they rerun it all day long. But I'm sure they'll be showing it on YouTube if you want to catch some of it. It's really amazing. They take each petal, and they glue it to this float, and they have all these different types of roses and flowers and petals, and it's just amazing, all the work that goes into it.
Então, o DJ Jerry tá falando que aqui é um costume, né? Da meia-noite você vê aquela coisa de Nova York, onde a bola cai, e depois no dia primeiro fica vendo a Rose Parade, e que eles põem nessa coisa, pétala por pétala nas figuras. É uma coisa incrível, pétala, semente, tudo feito com flores, é muito incrível. E aí eles ficam mostrando o dia inteiro, fazendo rerun da mesma coisa. E, Davi, eu tô aqui há 27 anos. He was asking how long I've been away from Brazilian soil, and I've been here for 27 years.
Wow. Time flies when you're having fun.
But I visit Brazil every year. Mas eu vou para o Brasil todos os anos. Eu estive lá agora em São Paulo em junho. I was in São Paulo in June, visiting my sister. And last New Year's, I was in Pirinópolis, in Minas Gerais. Last year, I was in a city called Pirinópolis. It's in Minas Gerais.
Is it near
It's
Brasilia?
beautiful.
Is it near the capital?
Yes, Pirinópolis is close to Brasilia. Mm-hmm.
So you actually got to see
Yes,
the government buildings.
I actually got to drive to Brasilia. Brasilia is the capital of Brazil. And when I was in Pirinópolis, we got the car and we drove to Brasilia. Então eu fui para Pirinópolis e aí eu fui para Brasília. O DJ está perguntando se é perto, é perto. A gente foi de carro para Brasília.
Was that the first time you were ever in Brasilia?
Yeah, it was the first time. Minha primeira vez em Brasília. Nunca tinha ido.
Wow.
It's a very pretty city. Really pretty, very organized.
Progress and order. That's what Brazil's all about. That's their mission statement. Progresso or dem or progresso.
Ordem e progresso. That's the flag.
We have a clock with that on there. That's why you see that every single day.
So Suelen Ribeiro saying, vamos fazer amizades leais, gente. She's saying, let's make loyal friendships. Yes, there's not other kind of friendship.
These are the most loyal of friends. And speaking of loyal, here comes Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, here's my other loyal friend.
He's
meu
so
outro
loyal.
amigo
He
leal,
comes to
meu gato.
every
Ele vem para tudo toda vez que a gente está falando aqui, ele vem.
Do you know that I gave Tony the Tiger special billing so that people would know that he was on our last stream? I said he made a cameo appearance. Now, you don't want to be licking yourself on camera because you might get taken down by YouTube.
Yes.
Be careful there.
Yes, let's do that later.
He's very meticulous cleaner, very clean little kitty.
So, Davi Martinez is asking, demorou muito para se sentir confiante para falar inglês? If it took long to feel like confidence to speak English? Não demorou muito não, porque eu sou o tipo da pessoa que mesmo não sabendo falar muito bem, eu já vou metendo as caras, entendeu? Então, é que não pode, tem gente que tem que ficar muito querendo falar perfeito, falar direitinho, aí demora mais. Mas se você é uma pessoa que nem eu, que já vai falando qualquer negócio, aí não tem problema. É bem bem simples. A Suelen Ribeiro falou, que lindo gato. Ah, obrigada. She's saying that's a pretty cat.
Yeah, he's such a
Yeah,
nice
he's
guy.
really cute.
He's such a nice guy.
A gente pegou ele num tipo um canil de gato, onde as pessoas abandonam os gatos ou pegam da rua. A gente pegou ele lá. We got Tony from a pound, a place where they abandon, animals, and so we adopted him from there.
Yeah, because we went to the pound to look for our other kitty cat that had run away. We thought maybe you appeared in the pound, but we saw this cat that looked like him. And then we came back to find him a couple weeks later, and we found out that the pound had put him to sleep. So then when we saw Tony, we didn't want anything bad to happen to him. So we decided to adopt him because we figured, you can't really think about it. If you think about it too long, they only give him about a week or two. It's like death row for kitty cats there,
So I'm going to translate. So DJ Jerry está falando que a gente foi nesse canil procurar o nosso outro gato que chamava Andy, que parecia com ele e que sumiu. E quando a gente chegou lá, a gente gostou de um gatinho, mas a gente falou, não, ainda estamos procurando o Andy, né? Não vamos pegar esse outro gato. Aí fomos embora. Aí quando a gente voltou outra vez para ver se o Andy tinha aparecido nesse lugar, porque quando as pessoas acham gato, eles entregam, né, para esse canil, gatil, sei lá como chama no Brasil, né? Enfim, aí o gato já tinha sido morto, porque eles matam muitos gatos muito rápido lá. Se você não adota, eles não ficam muito tempo. Então, aí a gente acabou vendo o Tony, que era um outro gato, e a gente falou, não, a gente tem que levar o Tony, porque esses gatos mais velhos, se ninguém adota, eles não ficam muito tempo. E ninguém adota gato velho, geralmente a pessoa quer gato novo, né? Enfim, então foi assim que o Tony veio pra gente. E o David Martins está falando, eu sou um covarde e isso atrapalha a minha busca pela fluência. Com certeza, não pode ser covarde, tem que se aventurar na língua. So he's talking about learning English and he's a little bit like shy. And I said, you have to be brave when you're learning a new language. You have to just go speaking because you wanted to know it was hard for me. And I mean, you see how I speak, whatever. Anyway, so I said, no, you just have to go and speak the language. So that's the conversation. And it's true if you're like very shy, because I used to teach English to Brazilians. And if they were like thinking about speaking perfectly, they couldn't get anywhere because you just get too uptight. Eu ensinei inglês no Brasil para pessoas e se as pessoas estão querendo falar perfeito, demora muito mais para aprender. All right, Metal Music Maniac, hello! Was Tony chewing on the cables again? The buffering was bad earlier.
I think he was sleeping on our internet box. That's what happened. He blocked all the Wi-Fi. All that fur.
And here's SWF 232. Hello.
Hey, SWF.
Hello.
What does SWF stand for?
Star Wars fan.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Right?
like something with the World Wrestling Federation or something, but that's WWF.
Yes, and I hope you guys don't mind. I'm translating. I have some Brazilian friends here with us, so I'm kind of going and translating some of the conversation so they don't feel left out. So, e Davi Martinez, ele tá, o Star Wars, o Metal Music Maniac, tá perguntando se o gato comeu os fios mais cedo, porque a gente tentou fazer esse stream antes e o internet estava horrível, e aí caiu tudo. Então ele tá perguntando se o gato que mastigou os fios. Yes, almost there. And then David Martinez saying he's not shy, he's a coward.
Wow.
And Janelle is saying hi to Metal. Yes, everybody's friends. I love that. Everybody should know each other, should mingle together. And that's what's all about. E todos são amigos, estão sempre fazendo amigos, amizades. Muito bacana isso. Make sure you be friends with everybody. Now or a little later. And Janelle saying, waiting for Peanut. And Metal Music said, hi, Janelle. Ooh. And SWF 223 friends. Yes. Todos muito amigos. Que aqui só tem gente boa. Over here, there's only good people, nice people. And if you have a chance, put a thumbs up on this live. I don't know why people think it's important, but hey, se puder, põe o positivo aí na live. Todo mundo pede o positivo. Não sei se é importante ou não, mas por via das dúvidas, vamos lá. Right? Hold on, I'm going to be right back.
Why not? It's something to do, just click something or whatever. But nonetheless, I'm not as well versed in all these different languages as DJ Seleni is, so I'm kind of a typical American. I'm what they call a monolinguist, which means you speak one
I'm
language.
back.
There you are.
I'm back.
But DJ Seleni speaks like I mean, she can speak little parts of about 4 or 5 different languages, I think, right?
Yeah, well, I speak Portuguese, and if you speak Portuguese, you speak Spanish. Eu tô falando que tá falando que eu falo muitas línguas, mas eu falo português. Quem fala português fala espanhol, já tá? Because it's very similar, the language. It doesn't go the other way around. If you speak Spanish, you don't totally understand Portuguese or can't speak it, because we have more sounds and more words, and it's just more difficult. E então estou explicando que quem fala espanhol às vezes não fala português, porque a gente tem mais sons na língua, tem mais consoantes e é mais difícil. Mas enfim, mas a gente entende espanhol. So I speak Portuguese and I speak Spanish because it's just easy. And English, I learn living here. And now I'm learning French. I just started. I had 3 classes in French. Eu agora estou tentando aprender francês. Eu fiz 3 classes até agora. Bonjour, bonsoir, je m'appelle.
Je suis.
Je suis.
DJ Jerry.
Je suis très contente. Anyway, SWF 232. Hello, Jerry. You forgot to like my comment on the last live stream. Oh.
Did I even see it?
We'll go back there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw it
later.
I'm sometimes I'm not real good at following up on messages because I have 2 different channels that I try to that I neglect. So
yes.
I'm
DJ
sorry.
Jerry is a how do you call it? A high achiever.
Yeah,
One channel wasn't enough. He needed to go to 2. DJ Jerry tem 2 canais.
I didn't realize that they would take so much maintenance. It's like having swimming pools, I love to answer comments but I'm just kind of overwhelmed because there's life outside of YouTube, I'm told. So
I know
there's other things we got to do, but it's always. But I eventually get to them. It just takes me a while to. And I love to see each and every one of the comments are so nice.
So really David Martinez saying, "I'm going to church. Gotta go." Thank you so much for coming. Super obrigada.
Many blessings to you for the new year, for you and your family. Only good things.
Desejando tudo de bom pro ano novo, para sua família. Tudo de ótimo.
Thank you for coming to visit.
E obrigada por ter vindo visitar.
Our stream. I know you have a lot of choices, and we're glad you chose.
That
DJ
sounds like.
Jerry.
Obrigado por visitar nosso canal. Você tem muitas escolhas e escolheu o nosso canal. Parece uma propaganda que eu escutei numa companhia aérea. That sounds like a airline advertisement. Thank you for choosing Korean Air. We know you have a lot of choices.
I'm DJ Jerry. Fly me.
Fly me to the moon and let me play around the sun. He said, obrigado, vocês são ótimos. Yay, thank you.
Get me to the church. Get me to the church on time. Anybody know what musical that's from?
Oh, coraçãozinho.
My
Obrigada,
Fair Lady. There it is.
Davi Martinez.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See
you so
later.
much for
Love
coming.
Obrigada. Love you. There you are. And that goes for all of you guys.
Yes. You guys are the best. I really love being here with you.
SWF 233. It's snowing like crazy here in New York. You are like a real jet setter. He's like, reminds me of that song that Neil Diamond sang called I Am I Sang. I'm lost between 2 shores and I don't know why. New York is my home, but ain't my home no more. Remember that one where he was like, because he lived in LA. Rocks. He lived in LA and New York. He was born in New York and he moved to LA, so he was lost between 2 shores.
Do a Love on the Rocks.
Love on the Rocks. Ain't no big surprise. Just pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. That's right.
Yesterday's gone.
And all I want is a smile. There it is.
Yay!
Little Neil for you on a Thursday afternoon.
Oh, wow. It's Thursday already, huh?
It's Thursday. The only way we know for sure what day it is when it's street cleaning day, because then we have to move the cars.
I can't believe it's already Thursday. Oh, no. That was a fast week.
I know. Well, it feels like you've been off.
Anybody else on the stream speaking português, or else I'm gonna stop translating. Tem mais alguém aí que fala português, precisa de tradução? Senão eu vou parar de traduzir por um pouco. Alguém que, qualquer pessoa quiser tradução, põe um treco em português que a gente traduz.
I didn't understand Metal Music's comment when he said Jerry met her amiga. Which amiga are we talking about?
Yeah. Which amiga are we talking about? Good question.
She has so many amigas that it's hard to keep track of them. She's popular. You are popular.
And he said the SWF 232 said, I have family in LA, but I live in New York.
Really?
New York.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Gotta get back to the heart of it in old New York. There you go.
If I can make it there,
I'll make it anywhere. So please come through. New York, New York. Dun, 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 dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
A little bit of old Blue Eyes for you, Frank Sinatra.
Wow, you have followers, DJs.
Yeah,
I
that's
hope
right.
so.
True believers. True believers in the power of music and the power of love.
So.
They're here when the going gets rough, and
yes,
some days,
you guys
even when we crash, you're still there. It's amazing.
We appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Even when the Wi-Fi runs out, you are still there in our heart.
Something that can really make you show what you're made out of.
That's
I mean, this is.
You'll say, I remember them when. I remember back then when they used to sit in there on their sofas and talk about Tony the Tiger. I remember all these stories.
Yes, those were the days, my friend.
Well, one day, like Tony the Tiger, he could become like the next
Don't show. There's
Christmas.
A mess.
Well, no, there's Tony the Tiger. You can see him. Is he wrapped up in that little blanket over there? And he could be the next, like if we get somebody to make a plush out of him, that could be the next big holiday toy. That's all the reason why I showed it.
Yes.
Unlike Filipino live streams, all joining there.
2 feet high. Wow.
Are YouTubers.
Did you see the one video that we made when there was snow in front of our neighbor's house? And that's the craziest thing. They bought snow. They paid tons of money to put snow for one party. And then the next morning, the snow is gone, and that's it. And we went with our little ski caps to make a video of it. That was great. Anyway, let's see. In New York, that's where dreams are made of. In New York, exactly. It's a big city. It really is. And I'm from São Paulo, which is also a very, very big city. I used to live in the 19th floor. So, all the buildings are high-risers that risers. Anyway, but when I got to New York, that city took my breath away. It's very intense. It's very strong. I mean, it has like an energy that's like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, we're in business over here. So I don't know. I really think it's great, but a lot. I have to go back. I went twice, but I think I need to go back one more time to get like a conclusive idea about New York City and see why people like it so much. So far, I'm like a little bit on the iffy side on it. Let's see. Unlike Filipino live streams, all joining there are YouTubers. Yes.
Everyone fishes channels on the live.
Everyone fishes channels on the live.
Yeah, people actually come here to just hang out and talk, and be friends. So, because like some of these people are just, I don't know, they get a lot of people watching them. Like this one lady had 22, but she just read the stream the whole time. There was nothing else required of her. Nothing else.
I mean, there is a lot of that, but and it's good. You know what I mean? It's good. It's fun, but I particularly like when there is some interaction too, like what we're doing. I don't know. It's just different strokes for different folks, and I do appreciate you guys being here. And I hope everybody's friends with everybody. So that, if you're looking for friends, you also can get that, because people are trying to build their their things. And
If you're looking for trouble, you come to the right place.
that is true. Hey, check out this jacket I got from my friend. Visit
That's
my
pretty
friend, and
nice.
she gave me this. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the heart on the little here, and it's very soft. I love that. I love it. This year, I'm getting the best gifts. My students gave me the best gifts. My friend. Sometimes you get some gifts and they're not super. Then you're not crazy about it, and you have to like, oh, I love that. But this year, everything has been amazing so far. Anyway, let's read some stream here, because we're like.
Well, go back to Metal Music. He's saying about the spirit of New York.
Yeah, so in
Where
New York,
dreams are
that's
made of.
where dreams are made of. New York, New York. Musical notes. Janelle Spice said, unlike Filipino live streams, all joining there are YouTubers. That's right. Everyone fishes channel online. Yeah, they do. They do. SWF 232. Even if we lost many victims and streams weren't going good, we still stay together like glue. That's right. That's
Yeah.
why we love you guys. You guys are amazing. Like we're like becoming family. And yes, more interaction with the host. That's right. Exactly. That's what we want. And hey, look who's showing up.
We were just-
Peanut.
I think Mr. Peanut's ears
Janella,
were getting wet.
hey. Is that the way to read this? Hey, let me double do here. Janella
Hey, hey.
Spice. Hey. Oh wow. Speaking of peanuts here. Woo! Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
How was your holiday, Mr. Peanut?
Yeah, how did it go?
Or should I say Sir Colonel, Sir
Colonel
Ruler of the Universe,
Peanut.
Supreme.
Ooh, hey, cutie. This is getting hot.
And she's going, my gosh, that top hat is so sexy, man.
What was that song with Kim Basinger? You can keep your head on.
That's right.
Remember?
Joe Cocker, you can keep your hat on. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
I love that movie. That 9.5 weeks. I was very young, but I love that movie, and I love that Mickey Rourke. Right, that's his name, Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Yeah.
Yes, I had a poster of him in my room. Believe it or not, you open the closet door, there was a poster of Mickey Rourke, and I thought he was like the most amazing, good-looking guy. And now you look at the guy; it's really sad. But anyway.
Peanut said his holiday was awesome. I'm glad. He was kind of missing in action for about 24 hours. I figured he was having a good time.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to be something to block or not. I'm wearing nothing but a hat and a smile. Hopefully it's a wide smile.
I noticed you were mostly showing you from the neck up. He was trying to keep it the community guidelines, I think.
On the live stream?
On the live stream, yeah.
Yes.
He was trying not to show too much shell, I think.
I'm not going to ask what happened to the cane, because I don't think that would really bring it to another thing. Anyway, that is so cool. Did you guys get some good gifts? There was some nice gift giving going on, or too much shell?
He's showing too much shell, man. Come on.
TMS.
Give the ladies a break here.
Yeah, instead of TMI, it's TMS.
Too much
shell.
What is it? Turtles in a half shell? Yeah.
Teenage Ninja Turtle.
Peanuts.
Peanut Ninja Turtle. Oh, that was good. He's cracking himself up.
Yeah, don't crack too much of that shell up right now, because we don't have
oh yeah, baby, behave. What's your Austin Powers?
Oh, behave.
You should see DJ Jerry dress as Austin Powers. That was his favorite outfit in the 80s.
Yeah, baby.
In the 90s, right? It wasn't the 80s.
Yeah, I remember one of our friends, I dressed up like on a masquerade party as Austin Powers, and she's from Britain. She said, I know who you are. You're Blue Boy. That's who you are. The guy in the painting, the little ruffled shirt, and the blue thing.
Then we went to check out the painting, and it did look exactly
like
I
think Austin Powers ripped off Blue Boy, okay? We found out his true influence.
Yes, and DJ Jerry was infatuated by those Austin Powers movie because I don't know why were you so
It was
infatuated?
just
It was
so
like a
funny. All the different characters that Mike Myers would do, and I don't know. It was just
Ming and
really interesting. The way they filmed it, it was like interesting to watch it. You could just see it like multiple layers of it. You could keep watching it and getting something new out of it every time. It wasn't that deep of a movie, but it was just they put a lot into it, with the comedy and the double entendres and everything.
yes, it was all of that, and we would let our kids watch it, and they were young.
Well,
Really
that was the only
young.
DVD I had when we were in Brazil for them
we
to
were
watch.
in Brazil, and that was the only DVD. And DJ Jerry gets very bored in Brazil because he doesn't speak the language, and Brazilians we don't stop talking, as you can see. So then they would be watching this video on replay, and my kids were getting into the yeah baby, and
saying
super
all these
inappropriate.
catchphrases. They didn't get all the double entendres. They just thought he was funny,
Ooh, Pino got a new upload. I have to go check that out.
Really?
And he loves Austin Powers.
He's got a new upload. What are you uploading, Peanut? You were busy during those 24 hours creating something. He was finding a new use for peanut butter. I think George Washington Carver came up with about 200 creative uses for the peanut.
Oh no, really? Is that true?
What?
SWF 232. Oh my God, the house next to me there, the roof has fell down and the house is caved in. I got to call 911. Hope people in there are all right. The snow fell down. Yeah, go call 911.
911. Yeah, that's time to call 911.
We'll forgive you for not being in the stream, but then later let us know what happened, okay? This is serious.
Yeah, if you get any video of it, just you might want to.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't mean to laugh about it, but yeah, New York, you got to have strong roofs to handle all that heavy snow.
All right, he got a stalker. Ooh, that's a good kind of stalker.
Yeah, if you had to choose a stalker, I think you got a good choice there.
This really, Janelle Spice, this really weird guy keeps following me everywhere. Which guy? Ooh, Peanut. Wow, Peanut. Am I doing the right?
I'm in love with an animated legume. Look at that. Look at the class that man
Pray
has.
for them. This is serious. Okay, so call 911 already.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. We're on the other side of the country right now and making me nervous.
Let's take a moment of silence.
No, do something, please, to help people that needs help.
You have the most action. There was somebody else last night that were reporting a shooting during a Christmas party. And there's a lot of. We should just have like an action news part of this, where they can kind of put in all these late breaking stories. It's a lot of our viewers have a lot of action going on.
I know that's somebody that knows about technology. It would be really cool if in the stream or something people could put what they're looking at right now or showing them. It's kind of like live stream in a sense. It would be really cool to do. And
Peanut, Janela Spice, he's harmless but obsessed.
Yeah, but who are you guys talking about? Because I'm somehow I kind of lost trend of.
No, he's talking. He's talking about Janela. What she would say about him, I think.
Oh, yeah. There's a nut following.
Case of nuts.
Yes. Were you guys here when we were talking about our idea of the night shopping mall and night live, where people would have, everything that happens during the day happening at night, starting from, what was the thing we said, 10 to 8 in the morning.
Yeah, I think Janela was there.
And hospitals and movie theaters and restaurants, having like a whole big part of town where everything happened when people were sleeping. This other part of town would be up and running like, real life. What do you think about that? I know that sounds like,
Okay, so we need an update. Are there any survivors from this avalanche that happened next door?
Is the ambulance there yet? I mean, they should be there already.
They should have, somebody out there to. Well, I mean, hopefully they're all on the first floor, and they weren't affected by it.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, we have a mow blower outside.
Mow and blow.
The gardener is here.
He's mowing and blowing.
Mowing and blowing.
Doesn't sound right.
But I also got a bracelet. It's beautiful. I got a lot of really cool gifts this year, which I'm really excited about.
Well, I want to get you something else. What else do you want for holidays?
Okay, so here's some back and forth about one person being fan of the other person. Very cool. Very cool.
This is where it hits the fan here on DJ Jerry.
Jeanette, do you ever get weird messages on your Instagram? Like people calling you into messages and saying like, I don't know.
Weird things.
Weird things like they think it's Tinder or like, dating chats in there. And they call you on the message saying stuff. And I'm like, hello? You know what I mean? It's like, this is not, I'm not in a dating site. I have an Instagram. I'm trying to, put some pictures here. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway. Okay. Oh, the whole house is gone. People are in there. It's terrible. Be right back. Yes. Okay.
The whole house it's sort of like Sinkhole de Mayo. Remember that scene? What was that
I never
movie?
know if he's serious or not. So I mean, I'm taking it lightly because
it's
I
Christmas.
don't know.
It's not Sinkhole de Mayo. The whole house got stuck. What was that movie called? With what? The End. If you watch that, the whole house got sucked into
that's horrible. I don't want to. I don't want to.
I'm sorry, guys.
Keep it down.
No, I'm sorry,
Sinkhole.
but
guys, I don't want to put it down in case it's real, but I don't know if it's real.
What are
so
the
I'm
odds?
having a hard time.
I look out the window, the whole house is missing. I don't know. It wouldn't be so bad if it was like a bad neighbor, It's just like you push the button. I'm sick of this guy. He's like, late night parties all night, just waking me up in the morning with mow and blow, and now it's it. Boop, he's gone.
Feliz Navidad. That's bad.
Yeah, like you won't even have to demolish the house. You could just build right on top of it, Just start over. It's like landfill underneath there.
Yeah, so Janelle's saying I blocked them. This guy show no respect. We're talking about this Instagram messenger. I know. I was like, and I was telling my sister, and I'm like, this is so very first when I started doing the Instagram, because I just recently started, and this guy sending this message, and I comment to my sister. She lives in Brazil, and she's always on Tinder trying to find, like some romantic relationship, whatever. And then she's like, oh, what's this Instagram? I think I need to join that. This sounds like it's fun. Like there's some movement going on that. I'm like, come on, this is not a dating site.
If you're a DJ, you can get all the guys, if you're a female DJ. Yeah, but it always ends
Tina's like jealous already.
Well, sometimes what happens, and tell me if this is not true, like somebody will just start saying hello. They'll just write hello. And then they want to see if you answer them back. So if you answer them back, they'll start asking you eventually for Apple gift cards, right? Isn't that how it always ends? I'm like, I'll be your friend, but don't ask me for $100 Apple gift card or else our friendship is over. That's it. There's like, it's straight. Everybody wants Apple gift cards. The IRS calls me. They want Apple gift cards. I have a line of people that love Apple. Crazy. I didn't know the IRS or Social Security. They call me every day telling me they're going to cancel my Social Security card. Now that might not be a bad thing. Then the IRS won't be able to find me anymore. So then I won't have to worry about all that.
The taxes and all this kind of bothersome things we need
so
to
maybe then they said they're about to arrest me. They're coming to my door. They're taking away my Social Security.
Room and board. That might not be bad.
They get one of those nice prisons that look like a country club, and can maybe broadcast, some live streams from the big house. I'll get some viewers,
Yes.
Live from Sing Sing. So I said, come on, you can take me away. I don't have any more Apple gift cards. Sorry. But it's all, everybody wants, like, you notice that? Like, they just This one woman contacted me. She wanted an Apple gift card, and she said, "You're the only one that can help me because I'm so lonely. I'm stuck up here in a U.S. military zone, and I need an Apple gift card to keep me happy." I said, "There's something called YouTube. You know, they got all these free songs on there. Where did she? No, I need Apple Music. That's the only thing that's gonna give me solace up here in a prison camp or whatever she is." And anyway, she was actually in a militarized zone. Someone offers to marry you. Wow. You've encountered different people, men in general. I just find it's sometimes it's better not to answer those when they say hello. If they have something to say, like, sometimes they'll say like Merry Christmas or something, but if they just say hello, they're always after your Apple gift cards. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're always after your Apple. Be careful, girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't get to this part of the Apple gift cards because they start getting creepy on me, and I'm already blocking
Really?
too.
What do they say that's creepy?
Yeah, goodbye.
What?
I don't know. It's like, hello, you look pretty. I don't know, some kind of weird stuff
So
that
beautiful.
that I'm like, okay, you're out. You're blind and weird. Okay, SWF.
You don't even know if they're the real people. They could be some like 90-year-old guy like putting a picture of somebody else, like Brad Pitt or something as his and you're like having this whole thing with this guy who might not even be who he says he is. Probably not. But
horny robot. Yes.
yeah.
Correct, Jay Delaney. Yes. You just have to stop the thing. But anyway, Star Wars is going through a crisis there with the people. I do hope the people are not hurt, but I don't know if I want to be going play by play on this thing right now. Hopefully the police will help and the ambulance and all. But anyway, so
I'm sorry about that. But
through Peanut. So
wow.
tell us, what did you guys get of gifts? Did anything exciting? Did you eat anything different? Anything new? We drank. I don't know if we should be talking about drinking, but it was a margarita, blue margarita. It was great. Maybe it will be the cover of the next chat. Like, this beautiful blue margarita that DJ Jerry ordered. I ordered a coffee with Baileys. Did you ever like
How
this
was
blended
that?
drink?
The coffee
So good.
with the Baileys. It was good.
I don't want to mention which country they are.
Oh, I bet I know which country they are. I don't know. No, I don't know. There could be from any country, actually, but there's
I don't know.
there's a lot of scams out there.
There's a lot of scams. You have to be so careful. The thing is, every time I get these calls about the IRS or whatever, I'm glad that DJ Jerry, doesn't get freaked out, because I get super freaked out. I already want to give the credit card. I already want to give everything, because I'm like, oh no,
don't take me away.
Yes, don't take me away. I need Tony. I can't live without Tony the tiger. Anyway, so
I'm very skeptical. You have to excuse me.
Yes,
And
he does not. I'm more like
you kind of she's the true believer. She believes all this stuff. It's a lot of it is just entertainment. And people trying to. They actually have. If you go on YouTube, if you want to see how these scams work, just put in like IRS scam or what was the other one, Social Security, and they have people that scam them, like call them up, and they pretend that they're giving them their card, and then they give them the wrong numbers. No, wait, that number's not working, And he's like, well, why does the IRS care about Apple gift cards so much? I never knew that. Then he would say, no, I'll get you the number. That was the wrong number. And he would just keep reading and the guy says, that's too many numbers. There's only supposed to be 8 numbers or whatever. It was really funny. There's a lot of people scamming the scam artists, on YouTube, and people talking about Instagram, how people come and this, they fall in love. They fall in love with you right away. There's just like this love affair that happens. And then you just have to give them Apple gift cards. If you don't do that, then they will block you and they don't love you anymore. Everything's based on Apple gift cards.
Yes. I know. People are, I wouldn't even.
I'm the doubting Thomas. That's what it is. I'm sorry. That's just me. Well, I try to, plus I try to like always use humor to diffuse serious things. So like, I remember one time I was driving in a car on a busy street, the power of the car went down, and the guy I was driving with was really freaked out and scared. And I'm just laughing, because he says, I never seen anybody who's so screwed over yet laughs about it. But, that's part of life. You got to laugh about some things, not in a disrespectful way, but just in a way that
there is something
it.
about laughter that is very healing and is very important. And sometimes it's hard to do, though. But it's the best remedy for a lot of things. That's what we've been learning about.
I was always the guy just laughing about, because a lot of times, even when I was a kid, like they would show these really serious videos and stuff, and I'd be in the back. I couldn't handle it. It was just too much tragedy, and I would just laugh. And it wasn't that like that didn't care about what was going on in the film. It was just that I couldn't really handle it. It was too tragic. So I don't. Even as a kid, I would laugh. But I didn't mean any disrespect. I deeply felt bad for it, but I would just have to laugh because it would change the vibration. Because sometimes you really can't do anything about anything. That's these things that have happened in the past. But as long as it's not disrespectful, we do care about people. But sometimes you have to just.
But it's either gonna do something.
Either you laugh or you cry. Sometimes in life, either you're gonna do something or not.
Let's getting serious. Let's get to some other topic. Oh my god.
It's like Debbie Downer.
I know. I can't stand it. I can't stand the conspiracy theories.
Oh my god, the world's coming to an end.
Things, and it's just too hard for me.
It's
just like
I tell them the world's not coming to an end. Look, Janella is still alive, and it's tomorrow there, or wherever she is in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that gives us hope.
It gives us hope. Thank you for telling us that the world's not ending today or tomorrow.
Yes, I mean, I don't know. Then it's like some people get really caught up with stuff, and it's difficult. And we've been, talking a lot about all these things, the conspiracy theories, and what's gonna happen, and how this is happening, and these people that have the power, and they have the whatever. I was like, oh my god.
Once you can laugh about something, that they lose their power. I remember one time, my boss was I won't say where I was working. It was I've worked for many years, but anyway, he was saying something. And I just couldn't listen. I was just laughing. You know what I mean? It was like, wait a minute.
Yes, I would love to hear the joke. Please, send the joke. Can't sleep yet. Slept.
But they agree. See, they agree with me. You gotta use laughter to diffuse serious situations. Janella and Peanut just completely agree. All right.
Yes, so that's right. Okay, let's hear the joke. Please. We need a joke right now. Jerry start reminiscing about the past. We need the
past. Joke. The past is calling.
Okay, let's see. What do you get when you mix a vampire with a kitchen? I don't know. What do you get? Do you give up? I give up.
I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I'm not. That one is a new one for me. I don't know. Count Spatula. That's right. Count Spatula.
That's cute.
What do you get when you mix a vampire with a kitchen? Count Spatula.
That is really cute.
There you go. Sorry that I keep my head becomes very big when I look at the comments, but then
here you want to read it from your phone.
Right.
Read it from your phone.
Read it from my phone.
No.
I think I can unplug my phone now and read it. Count Spatula. Okay. I'm laughing all over again. All right.
We got some good jokes, but I think they are, I don't know if they're super appropriate
We don't
But,
know that many. Most of our friends tell us inappropriate jokes, so
Yeah.
we can't really share it in a mixed crowd. But
That's true. That is a
we
lot
slept
of
for
sleep.
17 hours. Wow. I don't think I've slept for 17 hours combined the whole week. That's amazing.
What did you do? Kind of drinks did you have? Because that sounds like something that, or you danced too much and sung too much, which could be possible. Because that's a lot. I sleep a lot. I'm the kind of person that I can wake up in the morning and go back to sleep, and then after I get back from that nap, I can go back to sleep again and sleep more. And when people say, "What's your hobby?" I would list sleep as part of my hobbies because I love doing it. It's great. So I totally understand a lot of sleep. I can do that.
Sometimes I feel if I sleep too much, I'm going to miss too many things I got to do.
Yes.
So it's just.
Yeah, you hardly sleep. I don't know how you can function.
I guess
sleep
some
a lot.
people just don't need as much sleep as others, or maybe I'm just kind of ramped up most of the time. Maybe, I don't know. See, I'm using a Janella as one of her catchphrases now. It's in my vernacular. I'm ramped up.
Ramped up. She said that she woke up and had lunch and then went back to bed.
You had lunch at 4 a.m.? It's like, well, I guess, yeah, she's
On and
turning.
off, slept the whole afternoon.
Wow. Oh, she's talking about yesterday.
Dreaming is awesome. I like that too. Depending on the dream, the other day I had a really bad nightmare. It was horrible. I don't know. And I dreamed with Tony, actually. I'll tell my nightmare. So I dreamed I was in this room. And there was a big lion. And the lion was kind of like, like a friendly lion, like it would be my pet or something. And then I was just walking around, beautiful lion. And I had Tony, the cat, with me. And I'm holding Tony, the cat. And suddenly this lion comes and attacks Tony and bites him in the neck really hard. And I'm trying to push the lion away and to do something or scream, and I just couldn't. I was totally paralyzed. And when I woke up, I was like, "This is a really bad dream. That's really bad." And I have a friend that interprets dreams. I haven't ran by her, but I can
know what
tell
she's
already
gonna
this
say.
is not good.
She's going to say, "Oh, don't you know what that means? That's so simple. That means you are the cat, you are the lion, you are." She always says you're everything in your dream.
Mm-hmm.
So like that part is kind of confusing, but she's good at interpreting them. And when she starts too much of that "you're everybody" in them, then it becomes
But then how can this dream be something good? It probably shows I'm feeling like having no control over things, right? That's probably what it is. But anyway, so Pina thinks that dreams are like private movies made just for us. Are you talking about daydreaming, or are you talking about sleep and dreaming? Because what this comment sounds like, you're doing like a little daydream into your own movies.
We don't have much control over our dreams. They sort of happen to us, I find. It's sort of our subconscious, is kind of running this movie. You're right. What?
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid.
Control it.
How do you control your dreams?
Control your dream. According to our son
The
here,
Dream Master. Wasn't that a
Dream.
Nightmare on Elm Street movie, part 4 with Freddy Krueger? He was the Dream Master. They were learning how to control their nightmares in that movie. So that
Peanut
Freddy
said he
couldn't
could
come
interpret more if he could know more about my life content. Well, just by the dream, you can see my life is
It's about cats, much.
It's about cats, and talking about him, here he is.
Yeah,
Hello.
he's like, "I'm okay. I didn't
He's
get eaten
like,
by
how
the
long
lion."
are you guys gonna be on this stream? Somebody's hungry. I only ate, like about an hour and 47 minutes ago. I need to get some more food.
Now the cat's unlocked. His friend is unlocked, so now he's got to share his food with somebody else, so doesn't get as much to eat.
Dreams do mean a lot of our feelings and desires. That's right. But
Your desire to protect Tony the tiger.
Yes. Desires for sure. Mm-hmm.
Desire. Anybody know what band that is?
I don't. Here he goes. Here, Tony.
Dallas guessed
Say hello to our friends. There you are.
Needs a little back scratch. Yeah, where is the back?
Tony.
Yeah, the back relax. Oh, what a lucky
Oh,
guy.
he's purring. Can you hear it?
Yeah, he loves that.
No.
That's Tony the Tigre.
Hi,
in
cat.
Portuguese.
Hi, friends. How are you guys doing?
That's a nice guy.
Mm,
That's a nice guy.
how's everybody doing? It smells like popcorn here.
I think he made some ramen.
Oh,
That's our son. He's learning to be more independent. He's been cooking lately.
yeah. It's like my parents don't get out
They're
of
just
the live
streaming. I bet
stream
if I want to
or
survive,
making
I have to.
movies or editing. It's like
eat.
I'm an orphan of a YouTube generation. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's true. You know, we met somebody earlier today. They do 3 streams a day.
I know, morning, night, and sometimes in the middle of the day.
When do they have
It's
time
like,
to sleep and eat? I mean, it's like 3 of they do like these 4 or 5 hours each stream. You know, it's amazing.
oh, behave.
Oh, behave. Yeah.
Ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na, ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. That movie brought so many interesting ideas, right? And so it's very iconic. And
I was hoping they would do another one, but the last sequel they made was like about 18 years ago or something like that, or early 2000s. So I would hope that they come. You know, they had Dr. Evil.
where's your phone?
On some of those late night.
Turned it off.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Turned it off.
Turn
Come
it
on,
back
come on back on. Uh-oh, here it is. It's Sunday there. Sunday already? It's only Thursday. How did we get to Sunday?
I know.
I think it's like Sunday everywhere. Like it's like a Sunday vibe, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're in the mellow, relaxed vibe of a Sunday.
Sunday.
The lion and the cat are probably symbols. Yes, they have those dream books.
We have one here, actually, up in my closet. I have a dream dictionary.
Dream dictionary, and
Do you want me to go get it for? We can interpret people's dreams.
I mean, how hard would it be for you to get into this closet?
Oh, very easy. This is something I know where it is. Excuse me.
Careful. All right, here we go. Hello, anybody watching? I'm taking over Starlight Channel. Let's go for a ride. It's gonna be wild and crazy. Because now I want to know what's going on with the lion and the cat, and I'm sure it's not good. I'm sure it's a dream of being out of control and feeling very, very out of control. Let's see. Selene, maybe the lion has something to do with something you are stressed over, like the trolls. Maybe. Who's trapping over my bridge? The trolls. Yes, I don't know. It's tough, but it was a very difficult dream because I felt like it's like sometimes I have dreams I'm crossing the street and I'm in the middle of the street and I can't move. Did you ever have this dream? It's horrible. You know, cars are going to be coming soon and you just cannot get yourself to cross that street. And you try to go down and crawl and you can't. It's like, it's a horrible, not always, but I've had these dreams and it's horrible dreams. And this was one that felt that way, like this thing where you want to scream and you want to push that cat because the lion was like a friend or my pet that I could possibly, push away, but I just couldn't move. So, and I just saw him, I couldn't protect Tony. And I think, let's see, like lions are kind of like MGM or a show like The Circus. Yes. Her subconscious tells her you are worried about Tony. He might be in trouble. That might be it too. Yes, he's eating way too much. That's for sure. But I don't know. I think it might have to do with a situation at my school when recently one of my students suffered an accident and on her way to school. and she's like a 4-year-old little girl, and was very sad, and she ended up passing away. And I think it has to do with that, my feeling that I needed to had protected her somehow, and I didn't. I think that's how I interpret this dream, and it's so sad. It's been horrible. I've been going through a lot with this. It was horrible. Anyway, I don't want to bring the mood down at all, but I think that could be what is to do with this dream. But hold on, you guys are going really quick here. Let's see.
Elvis for president.
Let's see. Janelle Spice said, "Oh, or before she slept, she read or watched something about lions." Peanut said, "Oh, that makes sense. I think you were right." Janelle Spice said, "The last thing you thought." Janelle Spice said, "Before sleeping." Peanut said, "It's all about context." Janelle Spice, "Oh yeah, yeah." So I don't know. So DJ Jerry got the book. Show them the book.
Oh, here it is. It's called 1,000 Dreams Explained. I still have the $3.99 price tag on it.
Yeah, I invested a lot in this book.
Borders Books. They went out of business about 10 years ago. But
that was a good bookstore.
Yeah, I used to love Borders. But anyway, now you can see the front cover, 1,000 Dreams Explained. And let's get to lions.
College days, the subject psychology makes us interpret our dreams. Yes. At one point, I thought I was going to do psychology. I wanted to be a psychologist.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I had no idea. You'd be a good psychologist.
You think?
Yeah, you kept me normal for 27 years. Somewhat. Some people say.
I don't know if that would be the normal. I don't know.
I have a large latitude for behavior. I think you've noticed that.
He does. And it's pretty interesting. I remember many years ago when he was trying to find a career, and my mom was visiting from Brazil, and we would, at nighttime we would say, "Oh, maybe you're gonna be a ventriloquist." Yes, let's
Who's the dummy? You're the dummy.
Then we would go to sleep. Then wake up in the morning. "Oh, maybe you should be doing like cotton candy and selling." And my mom is like, "What is with this? Every minute's another career, another thing you want to do." And I'm like, "Mom,
I need a lot of lifetimes to fulfill all my career ambitions. You know that."
Yes.
And like one lifetime just to ponder about it, just think about all these ideas. It says the lion symbolizes all those attributes that belong to the fiery principle. However, it is also an ambivalent symbol since it represents both good and evil. Mm-hmm. It plays a part in the recognition of 4 elements: fire, earth, and water, and it represents fire. In psychological terms, the lion represents all those qualities it shows: majesty, strength, pride, courage, and so on. It's easier to recognize the necessity for such qualities in ourselves when symbolized in something else. Okay, so you see, again, your friend is right. The lion is you, because it's easier to recognize that in a lion, but you see those majestic qualities of courage and pride and so forth in somebody else, but it's really you. The lion in dreams signifies both cruelty and strength. It also symbolizes the astrological sign of Leo and epitomizes the quality of leadership depicted in that sign. Now we got to look up cats. All right, see if we can find anything about
I don't know. This didn't help me at all. Okay, so Peter, while we're going over here, he's saying, Janelle, guess what I'm thinking? One can only imagine what you're thinking right now. And then asked if she studied psychology. Said, "No, I study commerce, major in management." Oh, that's nice. Janelle, oh, cool. And Peanut is laughing about Jerry. Probably he's latitude of behavior. There might be like a leg on this chat. Yes.
Yeah, I have a large latitude for behavior. Some people think I'm very quiet when they first meet me. Then all of a sudden they see me in my Elvis costume and they change their mind about that.
Yes. And you haven't seen him yet. I mean, this is him warming up to this. This is not him yet. We're warming.
I'm just getting started here. You're going down, brother. Anyway.
Yeah.
There we are. Let me see. It says look up animals. This is so complicated. I'm just trying to look up I have to look up animals before I can look
And
up
Peter, what
cats.
did you study? What's your major, or what's your area of expertise besides peanut butter and
I think he did his doctorate on this book right here, right? Didn't you? Isn't this what you did your dissertation on? It's called "Everything Is Under Control: Conspiracies, Cults, and Cover-Ups." Right? Is that your ghostwriter name, Robert Alton Wilson? Isn't that it? Studio 54 and Area 57 or whatever. I don't know. It's all in there.
Guys, talk about Area 67. I went. Did you ever see this before? Okay, there's a place in Brazil. You park your car. It's like a. See, Tony is starting to run away just talking about this. But anyway, it's like a ramp, right? Like you in the street is like a, what do you call it? Like a ramp, not like
a ravine.
No, it's like an incline.
A ditch.
It's an incline. No, it's like an incline, right? So you put your car there and you get your car on neutral, and usually those cars that stick shifts, if you put it on neutral and you're on an incline, it goes down. But in this particular place, the car goes up. I'm serious. The car goes up. And it's like, what is that? So they do say that in Brazil, there's these areas of extraterrestrial stuff. And that freaked me out. That was crazy. Crazy stuff.
Really? Where was this?
In, where was I? I was in, actually, this particular area was in Portugal. I'm lying. They do have it in Brazil because my friend and he went into something like this. But this is in Portugal, in I want to say Porto, in Portugal, because we were with this Uber driver and then he told us about it, and we're like, oh, let's go to this thing. And we went and we did this thing with the car, and we would go up, and then he would drive around, and we would keep going up and down on this. But it was nuts. And so I guess Portugal also has the.
Yeah, well, this Area 51, I'm sorry, I was kidding about it, but this actually does have a lot about Area 51, where they could have sworn they had, those sightings from, extraterrestrials. A lot of you want to know about my political views, and I thought today would be a good day to talk about it. Elvis for president, okay? He's still alive. I saw him out at a fast food restaurant with Amelia Earhart. They were enjoying a hamburger. Elvis for president, baby. There you go. All right.
Anyway, so he's saying that he is Robert when the mask comes out. Illuminati,
that's in this book. They got it all, and everything is under control.
Did you read this book? She wants to know. I think she knows this book.
This is actually my friend Farhood gave this book to me. We were just talking to him the other day, and he came. It's an amazing book. I've held on to it for like 20 years. And any conspiracy theory you want to know about is in here.
Wow.
They just keep recycling. Got crop circles is one of the subjects. And what else do they have? Some of it's really obscure.
Anyway, Peanut signed off. Said he gotta go. Bye, Janelle. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Peanut. We were wondering where you were. We're glad you came.
Check it out. Anyway, this has been so much fun, and maybe we'll keep these books for the next stream, and we'll talk about them.
You know what's really good is what your birthday reveals to you. Now, one time I did a whole. They hired me as a fortune teller. That was one of my careers. I don't know if you knew about that before I met you. Was at a party. They said, "Can you do fortune telling?" I said, "Of course I can do fortune telling." So I got this book at the library, and what you do is like they tell you your birthday. Let's say your birthday is April 2nd, and then it tells all about your life in this book, okay? And it's completely accurate. So we'll be telling your fortunes based on your birthday. We can do a little of that.
What day they were born. You don't have to say the year, just the day. And then you do that. I just don't know how you did that. And fortune tell with somebody standing in front of you. How did you read the book and pretend you're coming up?
Well, sometimes they ask me questions, but most of the time they didn't, they just wanted their fortunes read. So I had them on little cue cards. So I would either look in a book or I had they would, their astrological signs, and I would tell them a little bit. I had them on little cue cards. And then if I wanted to, I just kind of summarized or read their fortunes, based on their birthdays. And I had a line of people, coming to hear about all this. So
no, people really like to know the future. Anyway, we've been to 2 hours. This was supposed to be a 1 hour, really quick
Fond of
feng shui and astrological readings.
That's
Oh, I like
cool.
that stuff
Yeah,
too.
we're into all the meditation and what do they call it in spiritual intuitiveness.
Yep, it's really cool.
So
it's
yeah,
fun.
we might eventually start doing some of that. Yeah, but we
Never
already
know.
do it. But I'm just saying, like branching out and do it. We had a friend who wanted me to read them, give them an intuitive reading yesterday, but we had to get going. It was getting late, so I said I would do it over the phone.
Yeah.
Long distance reading.
Never know what can happen.
Yeah, you
But
see
anyway,
a lot of stuff.
Really appreciate you being here with us, and we'll be streaming more later. Never know if we're gonna come back tonight or not. This is addictive. The more we do it, the more we want to see you guys and want to talk more. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. Anyway, so it all
got started in two-way radio, CB radio. There it is. That's my beginning in broadcasting. So we'll talk about all that stuff, and we'll wish you guys a wonderful day.
Wonderful day.
Thank you for coming.
Have fun. Thank you so much for coming, and come again. And in the meantime,
don't forget
brainstorming. That's good. Don't forget to.
That's right. We're getting some good ideas.
Yeah, we're brainstorming some really amazing ideas.
I believe in all that too. A lot of energy out there. You're talking about.
Oh, you got some ideas for future videos? Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, let us know.
Awesome.
Let us know. That's great.
We can do some collaboration. Stop. Collaborate. Look and listen. All right.
Never saw that done it that way before, but hey.
I think I reversed some of the lyrics, but nonetheless, it's all good.
Yeah, it's all really good. Keep on singing, keep on performing, keep on laughing, keep on, living.
Keep on grooving.
Yeah. And so we're going to close it out, right? Ready?
Yeah. All right. Well.
All right. Thank you so much for coming, and don't forget to keep on rocking. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for coming. That was great. Ciao, ciao.
Good night.